There is a lot of rhetoric out there, both from within and outside of the UK, that paints the UK as if it was a pit of hell, where you will be tormented by the former Prince Andrew and forced to practice Shakira law. Even from within the UK, where I live, if I bring up any city, town, or village, there will always be someone who thinks the place is a dump. But do not be fooled. The UK may be small, but it is mighty. Remember, it is still one of the largest economies in the world. And I don't know about you, but I'm a bit tired of all the negativity about the UK. So here are 5 things that the UK does so well that the American president will make a rant on Truth Social about it. And before we begin, if you are new around here, and you couldn't tell by my thick Japanese accent, I'm an American who lives in the UK, and my video style is point of view walks and drives while I babble on about this or that, so I hope you enjoy that sort of thing. Anyways, here are 5 areas where the UK is a world leader, at least as of early 2026. Number 1, financial services and fintech. London is a major global financial hub, rivaled only by New York City, which, if you didn't know, is a city in New York. The UK excels at traditional banking and insurance, but it also excels at fintech. It has one of the highest concentrations of what you call unicorn startups across the whole world. It leads in areas like digital banking, mobile payments, and regulatory technology. And because of where it's located geographically across time zones, it works really well as sort of a bridge between the West and the East, making it a perfect location for everyone to meet up and do their financial things. But yes, London is a major financial hub, and the city arguably carries the UK's economy, although in some ways that can be a bad thing. All right, number 2, the creative industries. This would be music, film, and gaming as well. Now, the music part shouldn't surprise anyone because, well, the Beatles came out of the UK, specifically Liverpool. Sorry about that. But the UK has remained a dominant music scene for decades. George Michael, Elton John, Amy Winehouse, Queen, Phil Collins, and might as well include Genesis as well, and countless other British musicians that have made it huge on the world stage. The UK really supports and celebrates creativity in music. But the UK also has a massive film and TV scene. We have to remember that the majority of the Star Wars films were filmed in the UK. Many movies around the world have seen Pinewood Studios, including many of the Marvel films as well. And of course, you can't mention UK films without mentioning the Harry Potter franchise, which was massive all over the world. I grew up in that era and absolutely loved those films and the books as well. And the UK has plenty of television, documentaries. There's quite an impressive scene of film and television here. Even shows like Game of Thrones were filmed in Northern Ireland. It is definitely a worthy rival to Hollywood, although the two often work together. But film and television aside, the UK also has quite a gaming scene. And I'm going to name one single franchise that is developed in the UK and just leave it at that to make my point. Grand Theft Auto. In fact, off the top of my head, I believe the main office where Grand Theft Auto 6 is being developed is in Edinburgh. So yeah, the UK's got a pretty impressive scene when it comes to all of the creative arts and entertainment. Alright, number 3. Life sciences and biotechnology. The UK has a long-standing reputation for medical breakthroughs. You have to remember the UK did discover penicillin, which I'm pretty grateful for. And if we go to more recent history, the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine, yeah, if you couldn't tell by the name, that was made in the UK as well. And just search it up online. There are countless examples through history of medical breakthroughs that were done here in the United Kingdom, as well as the creation of many pharmaceuticals, cancer research, and biotech startups. In my personal opinion, the United Kingdom has made quite a great contribution to the world of medical science. Well done, UK. Get in, lads. Alright, number 4. Higher education and research. The UK hosts 4 of the world's top 10 universities, Trump University not being one of them. But when you host 4 of the world's top 10 universities on your small island, that means you get a lot of talent from all around the world. By talent, I mean a lot of really smart people. And despite the UK only having 1% of the world's population, it produces a massive percentage of the world's most highly cited scientific papers. I said massive percentage because I couldn't find an exact percentage. It seems to vary depending on the source. But the point is that the UK is a highly educated place with amazing opportunities for education and hosts some of the brightest minds in the world, some of whom are doing great engineering feats, such as HS2, which is being built at a pace that the world has never seen, which of course is about the same pace that George R.R. Martin is coming out with his next book. Anyways, moving on. This is supposed to be a positive video. This is what living in the UK has done to me. Can't be positive for too long. They'll get suspicious. Alright. Number 5. High value manufacturing. So although the UK doesn't produce mass market goods like it used to, it is a leader in the world of producing complex engineering. For example, if you look at the aerospace industry, the UK has the second largest aerospace industry in the world. You've got famous companies like Rolls-Royce who make jet engines and obviously famously made the Merlin engines that were used in the Spitfire as well. And then you have Airbus, which a lot of the designing, especially for the wings, are done in the UK. Not to mention some of the impressive planes that the UK makes for its own military, like the RAF's F-35. But also the UK leads in motorsport, specifically with Formula One. There's a place in the UK in the Midlands called Motorsport Valley, which is kind of considered the F1 center of the earth, and includes teams like Mercedes, McLaren, Red Bull, Team Edward. The point being that although the UK is not mass producing cheap clothes like you would see in Primark, they are producing impressive technology and engineering. And of course, these are just 5 random things that I chose after looking around on the internet. There are so many more positive things about the UK. So to the British people who are watching, I hope that gave you a little bit of pride in your little island. And to the people around the world who are watching, I hope that made you realize some of the positives about the UK as well. The UK is an amazing country, and regardless of the naysayers, I am confident that the United Kingdom will have a good and prosperous future. Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your week, and if you have anything that you want me to speak on in a video, please let me know.